Hello and welcome to EAP Central. Nouns, as one of the basic parts of speech, can either be in singular or in plural form in English. Although it is easy to pluralize a noun, there are lots more to learn about plural noun for using them correctly in your sentences. In this video, I'm trying to explain the basics of singular and plural nouns in English. Nouns can either be singular or plural. In English, we show that there are more than one thing, place, person, etc. by adding an s at the end of a noun. However, there are some special cases. For example, here we have cat, which is one, so we add an s at the end, so it turns to cats, and it shows that there are more than one cat here in English. But as I mentioned before, it is not as easy like this. So according to Swan, if singular ends in consonant plus y, for example, buy, die, rye, tie, the plural is normally made by changing y to I and adding es to it. For example, here, baby, it ends in by, which b is a consonant, and y. Then when we want to add s to show the plurality, so y changes to ie, so it is babies. Sometimes if the singular ends in vowel plus y, like day, boy, guy, donkey, the plural is made by adding s to the end, and y doesn't change. For example, when we look at here, like day, so we have a, which is a vowel, and y after that. When we add plural s, it doesn't change, so it is days. It is easy. Sometimes there are some proper nouns that end in y, like here, like February, which is considered a proper noun. In this case, although here before y we have r, which is a consonant, when we add s to the proper nouns like February, we do not change anything, so it is February's. Sometimes if the singular ends in she sound, che sound, s, x, or z sound, the plural is made by adding es. For example, we have here crash, which end in she sound. When we want to add s, it is crashes. Or box, when we want to add s, it is boxes. So we cannot just add s there because it is hard to pronounce. So if you try to say crash or box, it is very hard to pronounce. So we add an e after that, so it is easy to pronounce them. Nouns that end in a single z have plural like zzes, like in quiz. As you can see here, we have quiz. When we want to show the singular, we add s, but we need to add it another z there. So it is quizzes, quizzes, double z. Sometimes noun ends in o. So usually some nouns that ends in o and there are consonants before the o. When we add s, it is written like es, like heroes here. Hero plus plural s, it is heroes. Sometimes there are some words that end in o, but before o we have a vowel, like here, I. In this case, nothing will change. Radio, it is radios. Also, there are some words that are borrowed from other languages, like concerto, which is borrowed from Italian, and it ends in O. And before that, we have a consonant, like here in hero. But in the borrowed words, we don't change anything. So here it is concertos. We don't add any E before S to show the plurality. Okay, some nouns end in fe sound or in writing F or FE sound. When we want to change them to plural, fe sound or F turns into ve or V. So like knife, it is knives. So we do this because it is easier to pronounce. Knives. There are also some other nouns that have irregular plurals. For example, like child here. In other words, just by adding an S, they do not change into plurals. Their plurals must be retained. In other words, you must memorize them. So you must check them. So it is not easily, we cannot add an S to child and say that, okay, childs. It is wrong. The plural form of child is children. Among the irregular plural nouns, there are nouns that ends in S. So in this case, they do not change in the plural form. Some singular uncountable nouns end in S. They have no plurals. Examples are news, billiards, droughts, and some other names of games ending in S, measles, and some other illnesses. So their singular form and plural form are the same. For the word that ends in ICS, like mathematics, most words end in ICS, like mathematics, physics, athletics, are normally singular, uncountable, and have no plural use. So I will explain later about the countable and uncountable nouns in the later episodes. Singular names that end in craft, meaning vehicle. These types of names have no plural. So aircraft, singular, aircraft, plural. Both are the same. Next one are nationalities. Nationalities that end in ESE, like Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, they have no plural. Their singular form and plural form are the same. So if we want to show that as a plural noun, we can say, for example, Japanese people or Vietnamese people. We cannot add an S to the Japanese and say Japaneses. So it is some kind of funny. Next one, there are words like sheep, deer, fish, and the names of some other living creatures, especially those that are hunted or used for food. These types of nouns, they have no plural. So sheep, singular, and sheep, plural. Deer, singular, and deer, plural. However, fish has a rare plural, fishes, but the normal plural is fish. So except for the word fish that can be written fishes, which is very uncommon, other nouns like this, both singular form and plural form are the same. The word dice, which is used in board game, is originally the plural of die. It means the singular form is die, which is now often in this sense. In modern English, dice is generally used both as both singular and plural. The word data is originally the plural of datum, which is now used, which is now not used. In modern English, data can be used either as an uncountable, this data is, for example, or as a plural, these data are, with no differences of meaning. The next word is media. Media is originally the plural of medium, like you see here, medium. The plural expression, the media, meaning radio, TV, newspapers, the internet, and etc., is now quite often used as an uncountable noun with a singular verb. Media is, for example. Some words which come from foreign languages have special plurals. For example, the plural form of fungus, which is a singular word derived from Latin, is fungi or fungi. You must also memorize and retain the plurals of these words because there is no common rules for them. Next one, for abbreviations, an apostrophe is used before the S in the plurals of letters of the alphabet and sometimes in the plurals of dates and abbreviations. Although recently they don't write these apostrophes and they just, like, for example, here CDs without apostrophes or 1980s. But if you see any apostrophes there, it means that it is a plural form of abbreviation or the alphabet letters or dates, like 1980s. Okay, so but how plural nouns are pronounced? According to Swan, after one of the sibilant sounds like se, ze, she, je, che, and je, the plural ending es is pronounced is, like buses, crashes, watches, or quizzes. Next one, after any other unvoiced sound like p, fe, the, te, or ke, the plural ending in s or es is pronounced as se. For example, cups, clothes, books, or here plates. And finally, after vowels and all voiced consonants except z, je, and j, the plural ending s or es is pronounced z, like days, clothes, legs, or here songs. Okay, thank you for being with me till the end of this lesson. However, this discussion continues in later episode because there are lots of more that I need to discuss about. If you think you've learned something new, please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Moreover, if you have questions or I have forgotten to mention some important points, I would appreciate that if you share them with us in comment section below. Thank you and see you at the next lesson.